Hello and happy Vlogmas day 8, I think. Right now I'm standing in our kitchen. Here it is. So if you know me, you know that I really love to bake and cook. And if you don't, well now you do. But I really enjoy cooking and baking. Just the whole process of like planning the menu, buying the food, making the food, eating the food is always the highlight. And then I also enjoy the cleanup process as well. Like washing dishes is just like a good like thinking experience. I don't know, I really like it. So what I'm making tonight are some chicken fajitas. I was at the grocery store on Friday night buying some food. And I was like walking through the aisle where they've got all the spices and I was like, ooh, fajitas, that sounds good. And so that's what I'm making. Spicing it up a little bit, and I put some tequila in it just to add a little bit of flavor. I really like cooking because you get to experiment with a lot of things, whereas with baking it's a lot more like you have to put in 1 cup of flour or else the recipe is going to taste awful. Whereas with cooking you can kind of like throw some stuff in and mix it up and hopefully it tastes good. So yeah. So right now I just threw the chicken in the oil and the tequila and we're cooking it up so that it's not raw, because you shouldn't eat raw meat. And then I've got some enchilada mix, some bell peppers, some onions, and we'll mix that all together and it'll be delicious. I come from a long family of cooks. My like immediate family and my extended family are really big cooks and bakers. So holiday parties and festivities and things like that, there's always so much home cooked and home baked food. It's just so great to be around such good people who know how to cook. Is really nice. And I hope that I'm learning some of those traditions and some of those recipes and stuff. I don't cook or bake as much as I would like to just because I'm busy with school and work and things like that. But I just really love it. And I'm excited to make these chicken fajitas, so here we go. All right, so now we've changed it up a bit. We've got the onions and the bell peppers in the skillet now. I took the chicken out because that part's done cooking. So we're gonna kind of mix this up with the oil, and then we'll add the seasoning, and I need to start on the black beans because so, like, sometimes I really struggle with remembering when there's multiple dishes being cooked of like when to start things. But you know, it's a learning process, so we'll get there. So I'm gonna go start the black beans now. All right, so the black beans are started. That's good. So funny story that I want to share from this kitchen. So last school year, we were here. Maggie was making stuffed bell peppers, which were wonderful. And it was me and her and one of our friends, Laura, who you will meet later in the vlog series. She's at Cleveland right now going to school. And my job was to cut up the jalapenos and the red onions. And so I cut up the jalapenos, which, you know, the jalapenos are spicy. And then I made the poor decision of rubbing my eyes. And so I got all the jalapeno-ness up in my eyes. So then they were really red and irritated and there were tears streaming down my face, real tears, not fake tears. And then I cut up the red onion, which also tears, waterworks, the most I've cried like that I can remember. So that was a lot of fun. But then once we got all the ingredients together, the stuffed bell peppers were delicious and we should make those again. Maggie's standing right behind the corner, not in the vlog. But we will make those again because those are really good. So, yeah, very good. We like cooking in this apartment. So we are now in the final step of the fajita making. And so we've added the water in the fajita mix and we're just kind of stirring it up now, letting all the things absorb each other and juices get mixed and stuff like that. I should start cooking more because this is so much more fun than eating a microwave dinner. I've got so many recipes that I can use too. I've got a lot saved from Tumblr and StumbleUpon, and then Maggie's family last year got me a Better Homes and Gardens cookbook, which is like this gigantic Bible of great recipes. And then I've got a cookbook for my grandparents, all my family's recipes, and all these things. So I need to use those more. That can be a goal for next semester, is that I can cook and bake more than what I have been. Because it's better for you, it's cheaper, it's more fun. Real food always tastes better than microwave food, so that's it. Stirring it up, it's looking pretty good. And I think I should have done more chicken, looking at it now, but that's okay. You'll live and you'll learn. Hakuna Matata. That doesn't really go there. That's okay. It'll be great. All right, so the fajitas are done. We're ready to eat. We've got the assembly line form up set up. We've got tortillas, 2 very large burrito-sized tortillas because we love to eat food. We've got some sour cream, some fancy lettuce, more tortillas because we will be having more than one, and then some cheese. Unfortunately, I didn't have any Fiesta style, so we're gonna make do with mild cheddar, but it's still gonna be delicious. And the black beans and the fajita mix are on the stove, staying warm. So it's time to eat. Here we go. All right, so we are on the couch now, enjoying the best part of cooking, which is the eating. We've got the washer running in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but perks of living in a small apartment, sometimes things are close together. But I am about halfway. Maggie's here too.
I was making a joke, like, sometimes things are close together.
I get it. So halfway through the first fajita right now, the first of 2 or maybe 4, I don't know. We'll see how hungry I am. I don't think there's that much left. But it's delicious, wonderful. Thoughts?
Oh, I wasn't prepared.
Oh. We'll turn to Maggie Smith now with her thoughts on the fajita.
It's really good. I'm sorry for my hair. It's atrocious. And for my overall being. But the food's really good. Yeah. He always does a great job. This comes like... I don't even remember everything that he's made because there's just been so many good things, but my favorite was the enchiladas.
Those, so good. Those came from the cookbook that Maggie's mom gave me.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but it's his vlog, so it's okay.
It's all about me.
Right. It's odd days, so it's all about Jason. So this is definitely my second favorite, but that's saying a lot because he makes a lot of good food.
We'll go me. So I think 2, almost lost the fork. 2 things I would do different if I made this again. One, I would make more. You can always have leftovers. Leftovers are a great thing when you're in college. I love them. I'm sure they're a great thing in the real adult world too, but I'm not there, so I'll get there eventually. The second thing, I put a little bit more tequila in it to kind of spice up the flavor a little bit more. It's really good right now, but I think it could use a little bit more. So it's always fun to cook with.
I didn't even know there was tequila in this.
I'm good.
I thought it was good.
There's just a little
Am I gonna
spice.
Get drunk?
No. The good thing about cooking with alcohol is that when you cook with it, it burns all the alcohol out and just leaves the flavor.
Oh.
But funny story about tequila that I've been dying to tell all day. So when I was 7, my family, a lot of them lived in the Chicago area, so it was a very big party house at my house, and so we frequently had a lot of family and friends, and they'd bring their food and things. And so it was summer, and the family was outside, and I come running out the back door onto the back porch, and I see these cups full of yellow liquid, and I'm like, oh my god, lemonade, yes. So then I go and take a huge gulp. It was a margarita, and when you're 7, a margarita does not taste good. And so my face was red, the tears were streaming, and I just spit it all up into the backyard. So that was my first experience.
Never heard that story.
That's a great one. My mom and dad love telling that one because they like to make fun of me in a loving way.
They do.
So that was fun. They do. We'll meet them later when I go home. So all is good in Lexington in the food front. Lots of delicious food. I'm excited to eat more. I wish there was more, but I'll just have to make more tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Tune in tomorrow on Vlogmas. Bye-bye.